When he says my great grandson will be walking again, it's talking about it will be walking again. What does it mean? That means most people don't prepare generational wealth and generational habits. What keeps you transfer are the habits, not just the money. Too often all we think about is, man, I hope I get the money passed down to my kid. No, you hope the right habits get passed down to your kid, because that's what keeps it within the family. Family fortunes are all different things.
Ribs, huh?
I had a baby
Some estimate that they put their net worth at
3 years ago.
$129 billion.
In this photo,
Two other things you need to know about this family. Their family influence lasted 500 years, producing 4 popes, 2 kings of France. They were the bank for the Vatican. Think about it. They were the bank for the Vatican. Their art patronage earned them to make them godfathers of the Renaissance. They sponsored Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo da Vinci, and Raphael, and this is not the Ninja Turtle family. We're talking about
you know this guy's not like a fan of your boy, right?
What's that?
This guy?
What's up about my boy?
Your boy fucking Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe? I love Joe.
Yeah, I'm saying this guy is not a fan.
It's okay. We all don't have to like the same things.
And
Glad there's a discussion. Oh my god. Holy ribs.
Hugaba.
So that's the now the next one is the Carnegie family. He grew up poor in Scotland and was making $1.20 at his first job in the U.S. Andrew Carnegie's fortune peaked out around $309 billion. He was the richest man in America after selling his company in 1901. Carnegie entered the steel industry in 1873 and started his first company that evolved into the Carnegie Steel Company. A few things about the family legacy. At his death, Carnegie donated most of his money to build over 2,509 libraries and schools like the Carnegie Mellon University. He's referred to as the patron saint of libraries. That was a big part of his mission on what he wanted to do with his life. He left his wife and 9 children with a trust of about $10 million each and the property he owned.
30.
By the second generation, they began donating their land to the National Park Service in the 1970s due to expensive upkeep. So what can we learn from these guys? He was an early pioneer by bringing in the year process of making steel to the U.S. and created a fortune in the process. Carnegie grew up poor and believed the way to wealth was through self-education. This is something that I've applied myself. We hear about this from Dyson and many other people who are self-educated folks. This is one way he created his mind and his wealth as well. His legacy involved giving back to the schools and libraries so that people just like him could access the resources he had that allowed him to build his wealth. You can create a legacy by helping more than just your family. So what's the point here with Carnegie? What is your legacy? What do you want to leave behind? You know, you hear me talk about capitalism all the time in books and business and entrepreneurship. What is it for you that gets you excited about it? Is it orphanage? Maybe that's something that is part of your passion. Is it kids? Is it,
What's that? Cheesecloth? What's that shit do anyways?
This is what they say to do on America's Test Kitchen.
We have the Vanderbilts.
What is it?
When Vanderbilt was 16 years old, he turned $100 into $100 million, which is $200 billion adjusted for today's money. His mom gave him $100, and he turned it into what it is, $200 billion. It was roughly equivalent to 50% of U.S. Treasury at the time. Think about that right there.
Why?
Imagine that.
50% of the U.S. Treasury at the time. This is how rich Vanderbilt was during this time. He created a fortune for himself through his ferry and railroad companies. He was known to be a honest man who rarely trusted his family with his business and money. With 13 kids, he only left one of his sons with the skills to handle his money and his business. Okay, so think about that.
I use cheesecloth to wrap the roast while it's dry aging in the fridge. The cheesecloth allows air to get into the meat. To still get into the meat if you didn't use the laundry.
So here's his legacy. When Vanderbilt died,
oh, but it doesn't dry it out.
And doubled it to $200 million by the time he died.
Look at that.
However, within 50 years of Cornelius' death, the
I want to wrap that way.
In 50 years, $200 billion gone. There's no money. Anderson Cooper's mom said, "We may be part of the Vanderbilt's family, but there's no trust fund here, kid. I'm gonna give you nothing. You gotta go make your own money." So whatever money Anderson Cooper's made, it's made on its own. The third and fourth generation grew up ridiculously lavishly and spent their fortunes like crazy. The descendants were prone to family competition, building huge mansions.
I should have got
each other, and this is
maybe
one
like
of
a
them. When you see this
a
mansion,
sprig or
you
something
know
of
this is not a hotel. This was
like they
built
got
at
these like
vacation home.
season,
Finished in
and just in
1895.
between just put some like fresh herbs.
30,000-acre estate, 250-room French Renaissance castle took 6 years and cost nearly $6 billion to build, which in today's money, you ready?
Go ahead.
$1.6 billion.
$4.6 billion.
1.6. But that was.
Room French Renaissance for vacation.
Oh, dude, 60,000 acres? How cool would that be?
Bon appetit.
Biltmore House is considered the largest private